Tim, thank you so much for joining me today to have a discussion around, mental health and your story and your history.
Yes.
For those of people that don't know who Tim is, Tim, you are, an incredible, incredible man. You've worked with many individuals of all walks of life. Some of the most influential people in the country, and I know you have a big heart for philanthropy, and you give back to many organizations. You obviously have written many books, very dedicated to the comeback story. I mean, that's I think a
Yes.
lot of people know you for, and you've helped so many people really just improve their life and really find a life full of passion and purpose. And so I really appreciate you being here. You're a very dear friend of mine. You're somebody I look up to, somebody that I really that motivates me, that creates inspiration. And so thank you for being here. And so I want to open this up again. This is a very friendly conversation, but I'd like to talk about first, how we met. Maybe bring some context to that and just the environment, because I think it fits into this, regarding mental health and just what people are going through with challenges. You mind sharing with people what it is that how we met and
Yeah,
what
I
that
think
looked
I
like?
think one of the things we always had in common is that you were in the entertainment business and still are. And so I knew you from that. And so I have a friend named Brent Bolthouse who ran nightclubs and restaurants and that. So we would dialogue about you, that you guys were mutual friends. And then through other friends, we started to connect. But we both started talking about the heart that we have for people that are in a setback.
Yeah, talk to me about that real quick, about a setback.
Yeah, I think what happens in life is that there's times that we have momentum.
Yeah,
Like when we were kids, when we played outside and we both love sports, we both love baseball, basketball, football. You have momentum when you're a kid. And then life interruptions happen. It could be your parents' divorce, it could be someone even got molested, it could be an illness. So a life interruption creates what I call as a setback.
yeah,
Okay. To be set means to be locked or to be fixed. So you're set.
yeah.
So you're set back. And most people do not know how to get out of the locked position.
That's very, 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 very deep, very fascinating, very
Yeah.
true. So again, I appreciate you sharing that. So going back to our connection, obviously through mutual friends, and then obviously our passion through the work that we do and giving back, sharing our
Yes.
personal experience, strength, and hope. And that kind of leads me to the next question: is, what was your childhood like? What did that look like? What were some of potentially your setbacks that you experienced that may have caused some mental health issues, that may have
Yeah.
caused some mental health challenges, or potentially, no light at the end of the tunnel?
So I was the fifth child of my family, and so they already lived in a two-bedroom apartment in Compton with four kids and a mother and father. So I was unexpected. So
Okay.
I come like 5 years late after the other children. So now there's seven people in a two-bedroom apartment. There was a lot of drama. There was not a lot of peace. There was not a lot of open windows, open doors. There was a lot of drama.
Looking at where you're at today and understanding, having the knowledge that you do, what do you see what type of impact did that have on you as a child?
So I think for me, fortunately, I had outlets. My outlet was going to church as a kid, started to go to church at 4 years of age, and then joining sports starting at age 7. Big outlet, because then I didn't have to be in that cramped, crowded environment where there was so much drama going on. So I found the outlet of church and sports that helped me to be around other people that had a more positive attitude.
Did you experience depression? Did you experience anxiety? Did you experience fear?
No doubt. I would say all those things. And part of it was also my father, who was a very happy man, he struggled with alcoholism. So he would drink a lot on Friday night after work,
Yeah.
Saturday all day,
Yeah.
half day Sunday, and then get sobered up to go back to Bethlehem Steel on Monday. And then that just heightened everything. So I remember the bad feeling in the pit of my stomach, because I knew that it was just going to get worse. It was going to be the war of words between my parents, and that all of us as kids would feel unsettled. Then you got to remember the space was so tight.
Yeah.
It's not like you had like 5 bedrooms to go run to.
No, I really appreciate the vulnerability in that, man.
Yeah.
And because I think it's interesting to look at where you're at today. I think if somebody were just to look at all the work that you do, the public speaking on the world stages that you're at, like, they would probably maybe think that little Tim Storey would have grown up in a different environment, right?
Yes.
And
yeah.
so, do you think those setbacks created a lot of the opportunity for you to do what you do today? And if
Yes.
so, elaborate, please.
100%, because as I began to evolve and realize that I was really challenged in areas of my life where I felt like I had to be on, O-N. I had to be on, whether it be good in sports or funny
Yeah.
or a good dancer.
Yeah.
I had to be on to fit in my mind. But then I realized, man, I was like wounded. I was wounded. So I think I became like you, a wounded healer.
Oof.
That I was wounded, but I also wanted to heal people. So I think most of my life I've been a wounded healer.
Again, just on the topic of mental health, right?
Yeah.
And I want to just look at like solution. I think it's really important to bring context to your story because again, there's so much good that you do out there in the world today, and I think there's a study that just came out, maybe a year or two ago that basically said, if we take the population that's currently alive, I think it was maybe specific to the United States, that 1 out of every 2 people are going to have a mental health crisis and or breakdown. And so, I mean, we obviously see the rise with suicide. We see the rise with, substance abuse, overdoses, all those types of things. What would your message of hope be? And your idea around how can we start to really change and pivot this conversation so we can create systemic change?
Yeah, number one, great question. I think, so when you look up mental health, the whole idea is mental and emotional well-being.
Yeah.
Well-being. I don't think most people are well. Well is a place of stability, of peace, of strength. Being is to be in the moment. Most people are not in the moment. So there's really not much well-being going on.
Why do you think that is?
I think
Completely agree with you.
Yeah, I think number one is our childhoods of the way so many of us were raised.
Yeah.
The close to 8 billion people on the planet. And then it was one of those things of, if you have anxiety, deal with it. If you're depressed, get up. Don't have a long face. But really, maybe somebody was dealing with real depression, real anxiety, real schizophrenia, really bipolar. And I'm loving the fact that we are bringing awareness and vulnerability to say it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to become in my life is just better.
Yeah.
I was never looking to be cured. I just wanted to be better.
So, Tim, obviously, you and I were together at the red carpet at the first Change Your Brain Foundation Gala.
Yes.
What were your thoughts around going to something like that and just, again, seeing where we are with mental health and the awareness that's being brought to it? I mean, Dr. Amen, with his 40 years plus of experience with all the people he's treated, the research that's going into things. What does that tell you? What was it like being there?
My thought was, wow, because I know that his influence is global.
Yes.
And I've been a big, big fan for many, many years, over 20 years. But to see that many people there, so many people that I recognized, and the testimonials of change.
Yeah.
It's one thing just to say this man is great and what he's done is great, but the testimonials were phenomenal. Thank you for bringing me in to allow me to interview people with you. We got so many great stories of people's lives that are being changed.
Well, I think that's what was fascinating to see all the people that showed up from all walks of life, all socioeconomic backgrounds, being able to share. One is be open, right, about what they were struggling with, and two is to talk about what they did to get better. And I think that's what was really empowering to me, is because, again, as over the course of time, it's been very closed off, very stigmatized. And to have that many people in one place show up, the Change Your Brain Foundation is we're primarily focused on ending mental illness through a revolution in brain health, right? And so I think if we can look at this as a brain a brain disorder as opposed to a mental health issue, it's incredible, man. It's going to be exciting. We have a lot of really good things going on this year. We have some amazing partnerships, some amazing collaborations. We have some amazing research going on. We have some amazing educational programs that are going to be coming out, and then we got a big goal here, man. We're providing multiple scholarships to those that are struggling, that need help, but don't have the means or the resources to get the help that they need. So I'm really, really excited. I mean, Dr. Raymond wants to put 300 people through evaluations and scans this year.
It's life changing, because if somebody changes within that family, that gives the rest of the family hope that we can work through this.
No, dude.
I love it.
Powerful.
Jason, how do people find out more about the foundation and everything you guys are doing?
Yeah, so if people want to find out more about the foundation, they can go to changeyourbrain.org. They can find out all the information there and what it is that we're doing, and keep up with the current projects we have going. But for you, where can people find you, where you're going to be speaking, and so on?
TimStorey.com. So Storey's STOREY. TimStorey.com.
Instagram?
Tim Storey Official.